You know what video you clicked on, but before we get into that, I just gotta say a few quick things. And by a few quick things, I mean one thing. Basically, this video is not gonna focus on, well, you see, I beat the wrong knight one time, then I beat him again, then again, and then again, and then no, it's bad. It's a bad video. That wouldn't be fun. What this is gonna focus on is how I grew over time through beating knight 37 times. And it's a lot more interesting than you might think it is. So, we'll just get straight into this. Number 1. I really got you there, didn't I? Actually, fights with the knight 1 through 5 are in my 2 streams and 1 short, so I'll do a quick recap over them right now. First fight, not much to talk about. Take note at how I menu here, and you'll see a very big difference in the later runs. You can also see how I don't get max Root Buster there, and I don't hit the crit, which is very important for my last few runs. Also, I'm not gaining TP, which is something I realize I should be doing a lot more. And I just generally suck at dodging attacks. All issues with the first fight, same with the second fight. I'm not good at hitting the crits, I can't dodge, and I'm not gaining a lot of TP. Not much else to say about the second fight, but a lot of room for improvement. What am I doing? You can clearly see I have enough TP to defend with Chris and then Rude Buster with Susie. But I just decided to do an attack. I even had full HP. There was no need to do anything else but defend and Rude Buster. Footage got corrupted for this one, but I don't even need it because this screenshot shows everything. Look, 44 TP, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just hit everybody. You stupid! Oh. Thankfully, I did a bit better in the short that I made. But, I mean, you can still see how I'm not farming the TP at the end of this. It's just rookie mistakes after rookie mistake. Just need to lock in. Fight 6 was the first fight back after a bit of a break. And, I mean, you can see my menuing hasn't really evolved that much. I actually messed up during getting to Susie's Rude Buster. And, I hit a crit with Chris, but, I don't have much to say about Fight 7, so instead of talking about that, I'm going to go to a comment on Tips for the Roaring Knight by Kara66 Streamer that I would like to thank, telling me that the swords turning red means that that they've been grazed, and that hold breath is permanent speed boost for the rest of the fight. So thank you for that. I didn't know either of those facts, and yeah, good job. You know more ball knowledge than me. I guess I'm just a LARPer. Also, not much to say about Fight 8. You can still see my menuing isn't really that good. You gotta trust me, it evolves. It's now built into my muscle memory. You can even see I'm not doing too well on this attack, and this is the easy attack. For fight number 9 of the Roaring Knight, I'd like to take a look at the knight's final attack, just for a general synopsis of how it goes down. For me, it's never really been that much of an issue, because I just hold breath with Chris at the very end. There's a reason I don't hold breath at the start of the fight, which is because, well, I find it harder to do the attacks when you're going a bit faster like that. So, you can see my strategy is usually just go left and right, and then circle around him, and then you just kind of dodge it. I mean, you can get some bad patterns here, but it's not usually ever too bad. See, I only got hit once there, and this is me. This is only the 9th attempt. We finally pick up a bit of speed with the menuing here, as you can see, on the 10th attempt, but, besides that, there isn't much to say about this one, just a regular knight fight. I did forget it was the 10th attempt. I was going to do something fun, but I forgot. Looking back at the first 10 fights of the knight, there's 3 main problems that occur. First one is that I'm not good at dodging the attacks. It's very clearly shown in the clips that I've just kind of put in here, but I'm getting hit a lot. Second is my menuing. Compared to the later attempts, my menuing is very slow, and I clearly don't have muscle memory for it. And the third and final one is that I actually died to the knight in a few clips that I didn't put in here because that would make me look bad, and I mean, I don't want to look bad. But yes, I do die a couple times. So, overall, the first 10 fights of the night would get maybe a C tier out of my personal ranking of my fights in general. Fight 11. I mean, not much new is really happening, but this is the first time I think we've seen this attack. I mean, it's not the worst thing I've done, but still not very good. We're looking for perfection here, not mediocreism. I'm sorry, did I just say mediocreism? What? It's a mediocrity, like, I'm so stupid, oh my god. You can finally start to see me build some muscle memory. I mean, that was a pretty fast menu over there. And, I mean, as for this attack, doing pretty good, actually. I'm not getting hit that much, and I've kind of just built it up. I've built up enough, frick. As I was saying, I've built up enough TP to get another Rude Buster out for the next turn. So you know how they say 13 is an unlucky number? Well, the footage for Fight 13 got corrupted. If you think I'll be able to find the footage for Fight 13, subscribe! If you don't, then like, I'm so stupid. I found Fight 13. It's still like a bit corrupted at the end, but I found it. Okay? It's enough footage to use, and I mean, it's a really basic fight. I was expecting it to be a bit more spectacular, but it's still good overall. So Fight 14 was about when I realized that I was in this for the long haul, and I was getting very, very bored of fighting the Roaring Knight. So I brought my good friend in from Something Studios to just talk with me while I fought the Roaring Knight. It was nice. Honestly, I'm not doing much better, as you can see. I'm still getting hit. Those pretty nice crits, though. So, overall, good attempt. The most important thing I could find about Fight 15 was that Susie almost frickin' died. I mean, it was his attack, which makes sense, but Ralsa did actually die that time. So, not the best attempt, but I mean, could have been worse. Things took a little bit of a weird route in Fight 16, because Chris and Ralsei died. But I mean, obviously I wasn't gonna lose a run at all, because I'm better and I never die. So obviously the next attempt, you know, new knowledge, it was the easiest attack here, so obviously I didn't die. Can we cut that out of the video, please? Like I said, I expertly dodged the attacks like the true alpha pro gamer that I am, and made it out there alive. Next fight. Fight 17 wasn't that bad. I mean, you can see here I'm dodging the attacks, getting TP, and overall doing a pretty good job, like, beating the Knight. So, next. Can't do anything right. Same thing goes for Fight 18, not a lot happened, and you can just kind of see how I've improved over time. So, next. Now, I'm going to combine Fights 19 and 20 because they are basically the same thing, and I was also thinking the same thing during them. This is boring. And to make it not boring, I devised a little plan. You see, to beat the Roaring Knight, you must become the Roaring Knight. Yes, I made a full Roaring Knight costume because I was doing a video. I am that Honestly, I did a much better job than I currently did in the first 10. And I mean, just 10 fights, you can see my progression through it all. My 4 notes here, not 3, would be that my IQ is so low that I can't think of what to say. I'm getting hit less, which is very good, but I still get hit. I'm not doing no hits or whatever. I learned the attack pattern. I'm pretty good at it. My menuing has reached its peak at this point. I'm not getting any better than that. And I don't die. I haven't died. I haven't died a single time. You're being lied to. One thing I will note, it's getting boring. I tried to invite my friends over to make it less boring, but it didn't work at all. Overall, I'd say this is it's pretty B-tier gameplay. And my costume wasn't done yet during Fights 21 and 22, so not really much I can add on to here, other than, the regular stuff, beat the Roaring Knight, same kind of stuff. I've reached my peak menuing, and I obviously didn't die in this one. I may have died in this one. We don't talk about that. Next. Finally, I've been waiting all video to talk about this costume. As you can see, I am dressed up as the Roaring Knight. I know. What a shocker. The mesh I used for its little, shade thing for the eyes, it's not very see-throughable, It's hard to see, and I honestly can't see Ralsei's hitbox. You know, let me start over. I can't see Ralsei's attack button, so I'm just guessing as to when to hit Ralsei's, which is why I'm not hitting the crit there. But, you know, I was still able to do it because I'm better. Just now I've put on about what I can see during this playthrough. It's very, as you can see, I'm trying to scratch my nose. What I think I was gonna do, scratch it through the mask. Oh my goodness. But, even at this disadvantage, I'm able to beat the Roaring Knight fairly the same way. It was at this point that I had finally gotten used to having this mask on, and I was actually able to lock in at some points. Don't look at me getting hit, that's not part. But obviously I was able to beat the Roaring Knight. Fights 26 through 32, and yeah, you can tell. This video is too long already, and obviously you don't want to watch anymore. Like, I'm gonna put them all, I'm gonna put the 26 through 32 on the screen right now. Corbin needs you to tell the difference between these, like, some amount of pictures. They are the same freaking picture. Obviously I was getting too bored of doing this. Even with this setback, it was enough. So, I do what any sane person would do, and I called up my buddy Chris, and I got them to make a dark fountain for me. Fight 31, and as you can see, I'm in the dark world. Very obvious. But it's actually much harder to see in the dark than it is in the light, which is surprising, I know. Anyway, I had to adapt to these fairly quickly, but I still got through the fight. Fight 34 was at the point that I realized I was really close to being done with this, and that empowered me to keep going, even if I couldn't see anything, and if you can't even see me, it was just, I had to keep going. In Fight 35, I was actually going through these fights really quickly, and I think this was one of the fastest fights that I did. I don't know the exact time, but it was very quick. Anyway, not much else to say here. Menuing's pretty fast, and I'm not getting hit as much. Fight 36, it was at this point that I was actually getting a bit burned out. I mean, I had done 36 fights of the Roaring Knight, and I was really close just throwing in the towel, but I needed to keep going. I mean, I had my friends on call, just like waiting for me to hop on the craft, so I had to finish this tonight. And last but not least, Fight 37. This was it. This was the culmination of all my attempts put into one fight. Look at this masterpiece. Not getting hit. Just ignore that. That was not a hit. You didn't see it. But dodging around all the stars. And look at this. I'm finding the holes and little slip-ups in there. And I didn't get hit again. That was nothing. And this is so anticlimactic. But it's the end. And I did it. And that is how I beat the Roaring Knight 37 times. Overall, this challenge was really annoying, and I'm never doing it again. So you know what? Top comment on this video is what I'll do for, like, maybe the next in a couple videos. Still got a couple more videos to work on, but I'll get to it eventually. Anyway, time for the scoring. I got hit a lot less in the last couple fights. I mean, my menuing was is perfection, we know that. Honestly, this was kind of worse than some of my earlier attempts. I think I was just getting too burned out to do any more fights, so I kind of just try to get through them instead of trying to do my best. But overall, I'd say it's another C tier. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. This took me a while to get done and record. edit. If you enjoy this, just go watch all my other videos. So maybe somewhere on screen, who knows. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.